Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex, and today we're looking at a paper from the Hugging Face trending list, published on July 25th, 2025, about 4 days ago. This paper finds that even powerful models like GPT-4o really struggle with precise visual interactions on a screen, scoring under 3% on key tasks. The paper is titled MMBench-GUI, Hierarchical Multi-Platform Evaluation Framework for GUI Agents, and it reveals a major bottleneck for the development of capable AI assistants. It introduces a comprehensive benchmark to test how AIs handle graphical user interfaces across many different operating systems and platforms. So, the core of this work is the MMBench-GUI benchmark itself, which is laid out here. It's built in 4 levels of increasing difficulty, starting with basic content understanding, then moving to visual grounding, which is the ability to precisely locate specific buttons or icons, all the way to complex tasks across multiple apps. The authors also introduce a new metric called Efficiency Quality Area, or EQA, which measures not just success, but also how efficiently the task was done. The chart shows that while models handle simple tasks okay, their performance drops dramatically on harder ones. So to give you a feel for the first 2 levels, this figure shows a few examples. For level 1, GUI content understanding. The agent gets a screenshot and a multiple choice question. For instance, which option syncs your calendar? It's purely about comprehension. Then, for level 2, GUI element grounding, it gets more specific. The agent has to find an element, say a logo, based on either a basic visual description or an advanced, more functional instruction like find the company that made Avatar. This distinction is really important because it helps isolate whether an AI fails at seeing or at reasoning. Moving up to the more complex levels, this next figure shows us examples from level 3 and level 4. Level 3, GUI task automation. Test the agent on multi-step tasks inside a single application. For instance, it might have to adjust an image's brightness in GIMP on Linux. But level 4, GUI task collaboration, is where things get really tough. Here, the agent has to work across multiple apps, like searching for a date in a web browser and then adding it to a calendar app. This jump in complexity requires long-term reasoning and memory. This table then details the sheer scale of this evaluation framework. We're talking about over 8,100 tasks in total, spread across Windows, macOS, Linux, Android, web, and iOS. You can see how the tasks are broken down by those 4 levels we just discussed, and even by difficulty. For instance, level 1 has an equal number of easy, medium, and hard questions for each platform to ensure fair testing. This massive and balanced dataset is what makes the benchmark so comprehensive, really pushing agents to generalize their skills across different environments and complexities. Alright, so now let's look at some actual results. This table shows how different models performed on those level 3 tasks, the ones inside a single application. We see results for general models like GPT-4o, but also for specialized agents like UI TARs. The key takeaway is right there in the numbers. Look at GPT-4o by itself. Its average success rate is only around 6%, but when you pair it with a specialized visual grounding module, that success rate triples to over 17%. This really drives home the paper's main point. Accurate visual grounding is the biggest bottleneck right now. Building on that, this figure really isolates the why. On the left, we see 2 experiments. First, they kept the planner, which is the part of the AI that decides the sequence of steps, fixed, and just improved the visual grounding. Well, the success rate jumped by almost 2.8 times, but when they did the opposite, fixing the grounding and using a better planner, the improvement was much smaller. The chart on the right makes this even clearer, showing that task success goes up almost perfectly in line with how well the model finds things on screen. So to wrap things up, the key takeaway is clear. Accurate visual grounding is the single biggest hurdle for today's GUI agents, and beyond just success, efficiency remains a huge unsolved problem. This new benchmark is a vital tool for tackling these challenges. That's it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Thanks for listening.